as part of the presentation, I wanted to make sure that I was giving you some good factual numbers to think about in terms of what's really happening here. So in the past year, ComScore reports that social networking sites have continued to increase in usage, good 15% year over year. And since October of 2009, LinkedIn has become the third most popular networking site out there. Now, some would suggest that that has something to do with a weaker job market, and of course, LinkedIn did start as a place where people looking for new career opportunities could network with others and look for job opportunities. As a salesperson and a business professional myself, I also believe the usage has increased because sales professionals are really recognizing the power and potential of tools like LinkedIn to really build the business. Now, I know later in the series we've got a guest expert coming on who's really going to take a deep dive. I'll talk a little bit about some of the things you want to consider with respect to LinkedIn, but definitely tune in. Now, Facebook, of course, has obviously demonstrated the highest growth, now well over 600 million users, and I think by now most folks recognize that MySpace, which was once a huge player, has unfortunately continued to decline. In the book, The New Handshake, Sales Meet Social Media, one of the things Joan and I talk about is really the big three. And so I look at the big three players as LinkedIn, Twitter, and Facebook these days in terms of really finding ways to sell and market products and services. Not that there aren't other great technologies and sites, there certainly are. But in terms of sales networking, these are the big three players. Now, I don't need to necessarily cover all the bullets. They're here in the presentation. In fact, Seth Godin would probably shoot me. They're here in the presentation really to give you some good grounding information later on when you go back and listen to the presentation or look through the information. But social networking sites now account for about 12% of all the time that people are spending online. Interestingly enough, women are on a little bit more now these days than the men. Could be a variety of reasons for that, and I would be curious to know which of the platforms that is. Also, people watching video online has increased, and recently my team and I did a webinar that focused on video, and the usage is increasing as business professionals. I think having well-thought-out video as part of your overall sales and marketing strategy is really going to be important. I think the other big trend you're going to see is the continued increased usage of mobile technology for social sites. As you can see, close to 25% of mobile users are visiting social sites. I fully anticipate, and a lot of the core players in the industry support this, that it's going to grow in terms of usage. And finally, I thought it was really interesting that the #1 mobile activity is texting. So 68% of the folks out there with a mobile phone, a mobile device, are actually texting.